Welcome back to Tingle Lingo. Just doing some coloring. And I guess I'll be perhaps whispering. Maybe, maybe not. What colors are unicorns? Let me just finish her hair. It's not working. This angle. Okay. I gave no introduction. Wow, I did say welcome back to Tingle Lingo. I'm at 25 subscribers. $25 Tingolians. I have to find a name for my supporters, I mean by people that are subscribed to my channel and that watch me. People that are subscribed to my channel and that watch my videos. I wonder, can I color my headache away? I have a headache. And I'm going to see maybe if by the end of this page of me coloring, this unicorn will have disappeared my headache. Ended my headache. Put the color celery. That's one of the colors for her hair. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up doing a time lapse or recording a time lapse of this to make it go faster. And doing a time lapse means I'm going to have to do a voiceover, perhaps, and talk about something. Although ASMR is also visual, it doesn't always have to be sound involved, but I don't know that I would get tingles from a time lapse. No, I don't think that would work. She's looking like a rainbow bright right about now. That's what these colors remind me of. Rainbow Bright, a doll from the 80s, I believe. I didn't have a Rainbow Bright doll. I had, oh, this is not on camera. I had, I think I had strawberry shortcake and Huckleberry Finn, Blueberry Finn. What were their names called? Let me look that up real quick. And blueberry, huh? And Huckleberry Pie, was it that? Yeah, they had these dolls, strawberry shortcake and Huckleberry Huckleberry Pie, I guess. They smelled so good. They were like tiny dolls, maybe like, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches tall. And strawberry shortcake obviously smelled like strawberries. And Huckleberry Pie, that was his name? Guess he smelled like blueberries. So cute. The smells were just really fragrant and they smelled so good. But I think that was, I'm saying that to say, I think that was around the era of the Rainbow Bright, I think. I'm not sure. But I definitely played with dolls, Barbie dolls, toys. I had a lot of toys. I was into stuffed animals just because they were, and still are. I don't have a lot of them. I don't want a lot of them because that's clutter, but stuffed animals. Were just cute. It's cute, fluffy, stuffy toys. Well, you know what I'm not doing right now is my usual technique of outlining before I color. My niece, when she was in, I think, kindergarten, you know, when all the kids are going in the classroom and the teacher is greeting the kids as they're walking in. Well, that day, my niece had a message for the teacher. She told the teacher, as she began to walk in the class, "Today, I only want to play and color." That's all she wanted to do. She wanted to play and she wanted to color. That's it. That was what she wanted to do for the day. So she let the teacher know as she was walking into the class. So I guess she proceeded to do whatever she did to get ready for the day and sat down. And I guess when class was getting ready to start, or I guess they were having their play and their coloring session, or however that went. But the story goes, when the teacher got it was time for them to, I guess, start another project or start a subject, which whatever would have been, I guess, maybe math in kindergarten. I'm not sure, a little bit of math. But my niece said to the teacher she only wanted to play and color, and she had to remind the teacher that's what she said before she walked in. But it's hilarious. So anytime I'm thinking about coloring, I think of my niece, because she had to let the teacher know, I said play and color. Yep, kids can speak their mind. Kids can have their preferences just like adults. I mean, whether it works out or not, it's another story, because sure, we all have our days when we go to work and we don't feel like being bothered with a certain type of work, whatever it is we may want to do. May do for work. We have our preferences, like, I don't feel like dealing with this today or that today. Same thing with kids in school. I know when I was in school, if I think back to being in school, I guess in junior high, that's when we first started. That's when we were introduced to electives. Do they still call them electives now? I don't even know. But, you know, outside of the regular curriculum, you know, math, English, social studies, history, PE, outside of those classes, they offered electives, you know, like wood shop, electric shop. Back then they even had newspaper print or printing class or whatever they called it. Back then. Yeah, it was a while ago. Cooking class, sewing class, I think music. But electives were my favorite classes, I should say. And I took wood shop, I took, what color is this unicorn going to be? What colors are unicorns? I took wood shop, cooking, sewing. Electives were fun. They always have unicorns as white. Yes, I'm looking up the unicorns online. But the unicorns are usually white, I guess, so the colors around them can stand out more. But you know what? I think I'm going to make my unicorn. What about some type of blue? Orange, like a light orange maybe? Or gray? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, gray. Let's make this unicorn like a silver. Like a silver. Sterling silver. This one needs to be sharpened. But as I was saying, I did like I liked cooking class. I definitely like cooking class. That was one of my favorite elective classes. And I think it started off with us, actually it wasn't called cooking. It was called home economics, now that I think about it. Because we learned about washing dishes, which I had already been doing for years by then, setting the table, and then I think maybe a couple weeks in we got into the cooking part of the class. But I just remember looking forward to the cooking part of the class. And woodshop, I actually enjoyed woodshop also. That was a different feel in the class because I feel like, you know, every class probably has a smell to it, but woodshop definitely had a smell to it because of the sawdust and the machines. And I remember being a little, I don't think the word was intimidated by the class, but just getting a different vibe in that class because it was different. It was a different world to me as far as a hands-on type of class, and then learning something new. And I think for the first couple weeks in that class, or it could have been a week, I don't know, but we had to learn our measurements. So I remember there was a lot of ruler work, you know, using a ruler, learning millimeters, centimeters, inches, and being precise about that. Because of course when you're putting furniture together or projects together, everything must fit. Everything must fit. and press pause. Okay, just doing a quick time lapse here. I was talking about wood shop and electives when I was back in school, but that would be cool if as adults we could take electives and like experiment with different jobs, maybe for a week at a time, so we could figure out what we really want to do in life. You know, I think that would be a cool idea. Anyway, back to the regular video. I have some other projects, arts and crafts, that I'm still working on. The latch hook rug, that will be, I've been working on that without recording it. So I think that part 3, I'll just finish it up so we can all see the final outcome together. I also have the diamond dots, which I haven't started yet. That seems like that'll be a fun project. It seems very tedious because the dots are very tiny. I forgot, they call them something else. What do they call them? I forgot, but it's this thing here. The diamond dots. This thing here. So I've watched a few videos on this. So that should be fun, I think, to do. One lady described putting the dots down on the fabric as satisfying, like hearing the click, the noise. So I think I'm going to appreciate that.
I think what I'm coloring right now is supposed to be the arms of the chair.
So the unicorn is sitting in a chair. Oh. Okay, so now I'll color this part of the chair. It's looking kind of sloppy because it's not even. Look at the face the curling iron is making. I can't with the lips. I don't like the lips on this curling iron. What the heck? Yeah, the creator of this coloring book has some pretty cool artistic visions. Funny and fun. Oh, I'm all outside the lines. And right now, this color is needing sharpening. Of course, I'm going to do that on camera. Next to the mic, next to the mic, next to the mic. I think that's good enough. These things get sharp when you sharpen them. You know what? What I don't know how to do, I haven't figured out yet, is how to get the pencil shreds out of here. I have No idea. I bet you it's something really simple. I'll figure it out later. But and I'm not even whispering on this video. Oh shoot, I am talking. I guess we'll call it soft-spoken. Just not on my game today. Not on my game. My ASMR YouTube channel. My Tingle Lingo game. Tingle Lingo. What do you guys think of that name? You know what? Nobody is commenting. I have had one person consistently comment. Caden. Caden is his name. I think he also shows Shmoo Face. But he has consistently commented since I think my very first video. Good looking out, Caden. But what was I saying? Oh, Tingle Lingo. Once I decided on that name, it was all go, go, go. I don't know if I mentioned that in another video before, but I had some other names I was working on for on and off for a few days. But then once I came up with Tingle Lingo, I was like, oh, that's it. I'm going. All systems go. YouTube channel, create. Created the YouTube channel. Yeah, this is looking kind of outside the lines, but that's okay. You see what I did? I put her eyeliner, the eyeliner here. Here is the eyeliner, the pink eyeshadow. See? Okay, so now I need to do, I'm going to finish, let me make this darker. The nail file and finish the curling iron. I don't think I'm going to, as of right now, I don't think I'm going to color in the horse. I think I'm going to leave her silver. Oops, I said horse. I don't know how many times I might have said horse in this video. Hopefully that was the first time, because she is not a horse. She is a unicorn, okay? Okay, she is a unicorn, honey. Do not get it twisted. You see the the corn, the unicorn. I don't know anything about unicorns. I just know they're majestic, magical animals, and they do exist. Somewhere in some dimension, they exist. Okay, so let's do this curling iron. Let's make this curling iron blue. Wait, let me see. Maybe, yes, let's do this color, this color. This is bubbly blue. The curling iron is going to be bubbly blue. Bubbly brown sugar. I don't know. If you feel love and shout, something like that. Bubbly brown sugar, joy is what it's all about. Bubbly brown sugar. Bubbly brown sugar is a stimulating Harlem treat. Yeah. That was a song on What's Happening. One of my favorite sitcoms from the 70s, 80s. I don't know. From my younger days. But that was an episode where the Givens, was it the Givens? The Givens family? Well, then I'm Givens them a 10. And they were on this show called The Gong Show. So according to my analytics, my followers are between the ages of, I think, like mid-30s and mid-40s. Which means some of you guys have no idea what The Gong Show is. And The Gong Show was a show way back in the day. Just think of a very low budget American Idol. If I have something to compare it to, I guess that's what comes to mind, American Idol. And they had like their usual judges on the show. And I think this guy named Wolfman Jack was a judge. But anyway, the Givens twins, the Gong Show was on, they had an episode where they were auditioning on the Gong Show, on the show was happening. And the Givens twins were a family, was a family with, I think, a few brothers and a sister, and they had to audition. So that was the song. My whole point is, the name of this is called Bubbly Blue, and then Bubbly Brown Sugar was the name of the song that they sang on the Gong Show on What's Happening. And they were cool, and I liked them. And it was basically Rerun, he was a main character on the show What's Happening. Rerun had somehow, he wanted to audition, but then the Givens family, something happened where they needed the money, but Rerun needed the money too. But Rerun felt bad, I guess, because he didn't want to compete against them, or something happened like that. But anyway, Rerun faked an injury, and then at the end of the show, they all knew that he faked the injury, and I think they ended up splitting the money or something like that, because the sister from the Givens family was like, "Don't worry, Rerun, if we win, you still get half of the money." The way she said it was funny. This is not going to be a cohesive, flowy conversation on this ASMR, so hopefully the coloring sounds will soothe you, put you to sleep. So all this other stuff I'm talking about, it won't matter if it makes sense or not, because you should be going to sleep. You heard? Take your ass to sleep. This thing right here, this shape of the curling iron, the lips on the curling iron, oh my gosh, it reminds me of a food story. I ordered a hamburger from Tommy's, and as I don't know, it was a few bites in, but as I bit into it, one of the bites, I felt something like gristly in the burger, and when I pulled it out, like, I pulled it out, the gross chewed up meat that I was chewing, something looked like that, just like that, but it was gristly, like that gristly texture. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? I mean, I didn't know if it was a nostril, an ear hole, a butthole. I had no idea. It just reminded me of when you look at a dog or a cat's nose, you know, that part of the nose. That's what it looked like. But just like this, maybe about that size too. That's what that reminds me of. This was so many years ago, many years ago. And Tommy's grossed me out since then. I've probably eaten there since, yeah, definitely since then. But for a minute, I was not going to Tommy's because I'm like, what was that? I guess something got ground up in the meat or didn't get ground up in the meat. Anyway, that was gross. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Uh-oh. Hopefully my headache is going away. I tried to color my headache away by soothing coloring, but that didn't work. So I had to take something for it. And I usually do not like taking medicine or things if I just really don't need to. But this headache is making itself known. God dang it, I'm coloring outside the lines. Okay, so now we're gonna do the file. Let's see. Oh, look, the curling iron matches the mirror. So maybe the file can be in the blue family also. Let's see. I'll do this color. What color is this? This is called Tidal Wave. 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 That doesn't really have a tingly sound, that word. Tidal wave, tidal wave, tidal wave, tidal wave. Unless I whisper it, maybe. Tidal wave. I wonder the words that have the best tingle sounds are the words that like are clicky. Clicky, click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. ASMR is weird for the people who don't understand the tingles. It's weird. ASMR. Oh, ooh, I found another channel. I have to put it down in the description after I look at my history. But I found another channel. He's a young buck, and he whispers, and it's nothing fancy, but those nothing fancy channels just straight up concentrate on the whispers. So I'm gonna find him in my history and post his channel down in the description. There are some good artists out there. And I would say, if you guys know of any good artists that I should check out, feel free to put it down in the comments. But you know what? As I was saying earlier, I don't really have many commenters. I mean, not many. I've had a few. One consistent commenter. But that's okay. Because I truly want to grow this channel organically. And like, I'll be found. I haven't even done the thing where you're supposed to put like and subscribe. Well, a lot of people do that. Because I feel like, don't people know to do that? You don't have to tell them to do it. Although there have been times when I'm watching someone's video and I'm so into the video, and then I hear them say, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or something like that, you know? Or they'll say subscribe, but I don't like, you don't have to tell people to subscribe. I guess they know. If they want to subscribe, they'll subscribe. But the like thing, yeah, I get that, because sometimes I'm like, oh, yeah, let me like the video. Wait, which color was I doing? Bubbly. Yeah, bubbly. No, this was bubbly. Oh, shoot. So what was this? Oh, wait a minute. Tidal wave? Yeah, I think this was tidal wave. So many shades of blue. Ah, crap. Colored his eyeball. Well, you're gonna have the blue eyes. Dark blue eyes. I'm slipping today on my coloring. I think I'm just off. The headache and all. But this is soothing. Okay. So, look at the pretty. Oh, that needs some orange. The pretty unicorn. Maybe I need to color in this brush with like a beige. Do we have a beige? Do we have a beige in here? No, I don't want that. I want that. Maybe like, what is this color? What's this color? This is called apricot. Okay, that's fine. We can do this brush apricot. It's very light. Very subtle. Gotta put the strokes of the pencil the same way. I be stroking. That's what I be doing. I be stroking. That was one of those songs that came on the CD commercials when they used to try to sell CDs, CD sets. That's the only part I know of that song. I be stroking. And I think they said, stroke it to the east, something like that. You know, oh, that's cute. That is cute. I'm digging this picture. So Wild Style, I'm just going to color this in with the apricot. Just so that stands out a bit. Now the question is, do I color the horse in, or leave as is. I think I'm just going to leave as is. This part of the video is 26 minutes. I did a time lapse and I also did the first half of 26 minutes. So I guess I'll end with some tingly sounds. Part of me does want to color in this horse. Not horse, unicorn. Jeez. But I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to just leave it like this. Yeah. She's looking all fancy, all pretty. Okay, so let's make some pencil noises to end this video. Ooh. Dang, that refrigerator so loud. I mean, I hear it all the time. Not like it's anything new, but it's like when you're recording, everything just, you're cautious of all the loud sounds. Let's see. I have to figure out how to empty this pencil sharpener. And these things, when I sharpen them, I got really sharp. Stuck myself last time. Jive turkey pencil sharpener. Well, it's not a jive turkey pencil sharpener. It's doing its job, but oh, we have a situation. You know, when you sharpen the pencil and the whole tip comes off. I'm going to leave that one alone. That's the only black pencil. Only this one, and this one. This pink one and the black one. Those two, I don't want to mess up the tip. So let's put these pencils back in the box, Dang, how much pink did I use? Look how short it is compared to the other ones. Back in the box, 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 back in the box. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. I'm gonna edit this video, and I'm gonna call it a night. Because the Advil gods have not relieved me of my headache yet. So I figure it'd be best for me to go and lie down and possibly fall asleep to some ASMR, yeah? Yeah? Okay, so you know what? I was trying to put these back in a certain order because remember in my other video, I took the time to put them in the same color family. Well, I know there's a term for that. I don't know it right now. Oh, I don't think that goes there. I think that's too tight. Something doesn't go here. Let's put you back here. Okay. And these are sharp. Alright. Okay, calling it a night. Thank you for watching. If you've watched the whole video so far, here's my beautiful picture of, let's see here, the wild style. Wild style. Let me take this off and get it at a better angle. So, and here is my finished picture. You see the unicorn here? Gorgeous, just gorgeous. It probably looks unfinished, so I might end up coloring her in, but not tonight. Time to wrap this video up. And I will pick another video another time. I mean, I'll pick another page to color. What am I talking about? I'll pick another page to color. Pick another page. Pick another page. Pick another page to color. 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 That's kind of pick another page to color. Pick another page to color. That was that one, and then this is my favorite one. Where is it? This one is pretty. Sugar petals, and then this one.